So what is it the seeker's looking for? What is it that you're looking for when you come onto this path? In spirituality or going to different teachers? What is it that the seeker's looking for? Enlightenment, flashing lights, big dramas. What is it that the seeker wants? Then you could give it to the seeker and it could stop seeking. That's a joke. But what is it that you're actually looking for from enlightenment? Is that who you actually are before the seeking starts is causeless happiness. So what the seeker's looking for is who you truly are. Is who you are when the seeker or the sense of self isn't there trying to get something. Causeless happiness. And happiness sounds like an emotion. I don't mean the ecstatic woohoo. I mean contentment and wholeness and completion with life. It requires that seeking energy and that seeking voice to say this isn't enough, to give the impression that there is more that's needed. Who you are is always whole and always complete. And the way that you know this is if you look at the dynamic of seeking. So what the seeker is seeking for pleasure and trying to avoid pain. And what do I mean by pleasure? Seeking for, maybe before you get into spirituality, it'd be more material things. So maybe nice house, family, good job, successful, being highly regarded in the community. Whatever it is you have as the image of who and what you want to be. So there's a seeking for the house or seeking for a partner. And the mind thinks that when it gets the house, that is its happiness. That is going to give the mind what it wants. But when the house is got, it's not the object of the house which gives happiness, it's the seeking falling away. But the mind associates it with the house. So for a moment, or momentarily, maybe for a day, 2 days, the seeking falls away and there's a sense of happiness. Then the mind thinks of a new thing it wants. I've got to buy furniture for the house. I've got to do something with the lawn. I've got to get in a landscape design or whatever it is. I've got to get it decorated. And then when that's done, the mind thinks, I've got to get a car. So it's always the seeking falling away. It's never the object. But because it requires getting the object for the seeking to fall away, the mind always associates it with objects. So then it will go on to partner. It's in getting a partner. But also, when these pleasures are got, there's also a claiming which makes the pleasure even higher. So you'll get the partner and the seeking falls away, and then the mind comes in and goes, yes, you've done it, you've got the one you wanted. And then there's an even higher pleasure. But what you actually want is the seeking to fall away. It's never the object. It's never found in any object in the world. Who you are is happiness. Who you are is everything you want. It's just the mind playing the game that it's in objects, that it's in the world, that it's in spirituality, that it's in reading or the intellect. But who you are is in the world, is in getting something from the world. But who you truly are is absolutely whole and complete when there's not the dynamic that I'm incomplete and I need more. It requires that energy and that thought. And the seeking gives a whole impression of time and space and life happening, because the mind's constantly obsessing with what it wants to get, what it doesn't want to experience. So maybe it doesn't want to experience, say, something bad happening, so obsessed with how to try to stop that bad thing happening. So running out of money, or someone mugging you, or a friend being rude. So the mind obsesses on that, and it gives an impression that something's happening in space and time, that a separate self exists, and they're walking through the world, and they've got to make right or wrong decisions. And then also the obsessive thinking about what you want in the future, what you need to get. If I just go to Thailand now, or if I go and see this teacher, or if I go to an Ayurvedic doctor or get a massage. And this obsessive thinking and going around in the mind gives an impression of a separate self living in space and time. When that falls away, there's just experiencing in this moment. There's just this happening. The sensation on the skin, the views, the sight, the smells. And there is no time and space. Time and space only arises in an idea. And when that seeking or that sense of self isn't there, it just becomes this moment again. The only thing that is constant is this experience. Always, always this. It's always the now. And it's those thoughts of seeking, trying to get from the future, and get, well, you can't even get things from the past, but trying to correct things from the past or avoid things from the past gives an impression of a separate self. When that falls away, there's nothing there. It covers up the fact that there's nothing inside, that we're absolutely empty. We're emptiness watching.